Hello, everybody. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So let's get started. It's about 4 minutes past 6. So welcome to Sahaj Meditation, and apologies for having missed last week. It was a little busy at the workplace, and so couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the session done. So as always, we have Mariana and myself who are conducting the session. So we will today start with where we left off last time, which we will move to the next sort of topic of our discussion in terms of understanding Sahaj. So you are familiar with the subtle system that resides within each one of us, and the three energy channels that represent the right left sides of our system. And we will also be you're also familiar with the seven energy centers that reside within us, and of course the inner energy that we refer to as the Kundalini energy. And with that, we had covered in the last couple of sessions, sorry, in the last couple of sessions, the first energy center. We had discussed a little bit about the inner energy. Then we had discussed about the second energy center, the third energy center, and now we are going to talk a little bit, just get a little more theoretical understanding about this end of this area that resides around the third energy center. So with that, let us get to it. I don't know why this thing does not move. Okay, here we go. So today what we are going to do, as last time we had seen a little bit about the third energy center, which is the Nabhi or the Manipura chakra, its qualities, and how it coincides with the celiac or the sacral plexus, and which innervate the lower esophagus and the spleen and the kidneys, and it corresponds to the sympathetic nervous system. Today we will look at the void so-called area, this green area around the third energy center. The reality is that these three together actually form a complex, but because we can't really cover them in one session, we try to sort of talk about them separately. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is you will find that their qualities sort of broadly overlap. So you have uh, the second energy center, the third energy center, and this area around it. And today, as I said, we will talk a little bit about it. What you will see is that the qualities that it corresponds to do sort of overlap a little bit with that of this second or with the third energy center, like evolution and generosity and balance and righteousness. So likewise, this so-called area corresponds to that. Now, what does it mean? The void actually represents, to some extent, within the physical body or within the anatomical system of a human being, within the parasympathetic nervous system. So there is the central nervous system. Within that, there is the autonomic nervous system. We have spoken about that before. And the autonomic nervous system has a parasympathetic and a sympathetic component. And what it actually represents at some level is that the parasympathetic has basically what are called as two outflows, like literally outflows, going out. So one is from the cranial area, which is inside the skull, inside the head, the brain, as we might say, that that these are nerves that come out of sort of out of that area, and they innervate the upper parts of the body, such as the eye, the salivary glands, the heart, the lungs, sorry, the and the parotid gland, so on and so forth. So these are the nerves that innervate the upper part of the body, that is from the cranial part. And then you have something that comes out from the lower part of the spinal cord, and that innervates some of the lower parts of the body, such as the bladder, the kidney, and the rectum. So you have the cranial outflow, and you have the sacral outflow. Sacral as in the sacrum. And what that essentially is symbolic of, or what the void essentially is symbolic of, is that there is no shall we say, anatomical sort of almost continuity between the second energy center and the fourth energy center. Okay, so that is why it is shown as a dotted line. In other words, there is no real anatomical, spiritual anatomical sort of continuity, and that is why this is like a void. Essentially, this area is a void, that there is, it's a kind of nothingness in it. But that nothingness is kind of physically or physiologically symbolized. That is why I've tried to show this as a kind of a circle. In other words, that there is no kind of continuity between the cranial outflow and sort of the sacral outflow, and that is why it's a kind of a parasympathetic gap. That gap might be called, referred to as a void. So it is, again, like everything in Sahaj and in spirit and in physiology, it is symbolic of each other. It is not necessarily the thing. It is kind of, it is, everything is symbolic. So that is why the void, this area, as we show in the spiritual sense, is kind of represented here in the physiologic sense, that there is a void there. There is no continuity. Now, if you, as compared to that, if you look at the sympathetic nervous system, as you can see, there are these ganglions on the left and the right side, which are kind of continuous. They come out of the spinal cord throughout. There is no gap here. But on the parasympathetic side, there is a gap, and that's what I wanted to highlight through this graphic, is that there is a bit of a gap here between the second energy center and the fourth energy center. And therefore the hypothesis is that when the inner energy rises from here, and then it moves from the second energy center to the third and to the fourth, and this area has been spoken of in spiritual literature to a very large and to a very profound extent. And this area is very important. Why? Because this area represents the element or the principle of the master within us. That is why when we say our second affirmation, that I want to be my own master, what we are trying to do is we are trying to establish our mastery, spiritual mastery, not physical mastery, not material mastery, not emotional mastery, but spiritual mastery over our own self, that we are trying to enlighten, trying to awaken that principle of mastery within us. And this is very, very, very important, because just like every chakra is important, every energy center is important, but this area, along with this third energy center in particular, reflects that sense of mastery, that sense of evolution, that sense of balance, that sense of righteousness within us. So when this entire area is kind of enlightened, we could say, or when the inner energy fills this particular area, it gives us, or it benefits us, in the sense that we develop a sense of satisfaction in a emotional way, in a physical way, in a material way, that we don't crave for things that we do not have. It gives us with a sense of righteousness, that something is right and something is just wrong. That sense of, we just feel it within. All our laws that we have world over, particularly in liberal democratic societies, not totalitarian societies, but liberal democratic societies, that we have, that to steal from someone is wrong, that to covet somebody else's property is wrong. You can think of this as kind of the first law that was ever given to man, in recorded, maybe say the 10 commandments, for example. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that, thou shalt not do this, that thou shalt not, that establishment of certain guardrails, for human beings, as were enshrined, those represent the principles of righteousness and evolution. And therefore it is very, very, very important that we recognize the importance of this void area, which represents that principle of inner mastery within ourselves. You can find that in your life, there are some people, I'm sure you know, who just do the right thing, always, right thing at the right time. And we feel that, yes, these are the kinds of people that you want to look up to. Maybe we may have school teachers that way. We may know friends, we may know colleagues, we may have relatives, some people who just have that sense of it. And what that essentially represents is that sense of evolved consciousness within themselves. What Sahaj meditation does is, when the inner energy rises, and it rises from the second to the third energy center and then jumps, she essentially creates a bridge within the central energy channel as she traverses upwards and then reaches the fourth energy center. And in so doing, at a very subtle level, at a very, very subtle level, she bridges this void area, this area where nothingness exists. But within that nothingness, one can say everything exists, because your sense of your being, your sense of your mastery, the sense of evolution, your sense of balance, all exists right within this area. So one can speak endlessly about, again, this the second energy center, the third energy, and the third and this entire area. But this energy, this area is very, it is called as a void because it represents physically a sense sort of nothingness. But as I said, it almost is like an ocean within us that has to be discovered. So we'll stop there, and we will now go to the second part of what we usually do. I'll hand it over back to Mariana. Mariana will play a video of how the inner energy rises for those of you who are joining here for the first time. It's a short introductory clip of what is Sahaj meditation, how it works. Then we will also see how the affirmations are and what affirmations we have to conduct in order to do our meditation. And after that, we'll actually meditate. So over to you, Mariana.
The Kundalini energy is a primordial energy, the source of all energy. Energy flows throughout your body via 3 main vertical energy channels, or nadis, flowing through 7 primary energy centers, or chakras, which are located at the sites of your main nerve plexuses, or networks of interlaced nerves. The energy rises up through your spinal column, flowing upward through the 6 energy centers above the sacrum bone. The second energy center, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and finally, the 7th crown energy center. As the subtle energy pierces through the top of your head, it unites your individual consciousness with the universal consciousness. To begin, sit comfortably on a chair or on the ground. Hands on your lap, palms up. Close your eyes. To begin, sit comfortably on a chair or on the ground with your back straight and your hands on your lap, palms up. Close your eyes and relax. Then repeat each of the following affirmations until you feel peaceful and ready to move on. Ideally, you'll spend about 30 seconds on each of the affirmations, saying them slowly, genuinely feeling the desire and meaning they represent. First, place your right palm over your heart and quietly say, either to yourself or aloud, "Am I the Spirit?" Next, place your right palm on your lower left side, just above your hip, and say, "I want to have pure knowledge." Move your right palm up until it's just below your ribcage and say, "I am my own master." Place your right palm over your heart and say, "I am the Spirit." Place your right palm on your left shoulder where it meets your neck and say, "I am not guilty." In this moment, it's important to leave behind any regrets or feelings of guilt you've been holding on to throughout your life. Place your right palm across your forehead, lower your head slightly, and say, "I forgive everyone." including myself. In this moment, you must forgive, forget, and let go of painful events that have troubled you in the past. Finally, put your right palm on the crown of your head, with the center of your palm maintaining firm contact with your head. Now, rotate your hand slowly in a clockwise direction, and as you rotate your hand, say, "Please let me have my self-realization." Sit quietly for approximately 5 to 10 minutes, without trying, without effort. Notice the silence. Notice how your thoughts have calmed. If a thought does pop into your mind, simply let it rise and fall away. Should you find it difficult to raise your inner energy alone, help is always available on this website.
So let's get started. For those of you maybe joining for the first time, and for those of course, who have been meditating with us, as you know, we repeat these affirmations. Don't have to memorize them. So let's close our eyes. Let's keep both our hands in our laps with palms facing upwards, eyes closed. There's nothing to be seen really. I'll help with the affirmations as we go along. So let's take a couple of deep breaths and just try to relax. Let us place our right hand on the heart. Right hand on our heart, and we say we ask a question. Am I the pure spirit? Let's ask that question 3 times, very quietly. Now let us put our hand at the level of the lower part of our stomach or our abdomen, always on the left side, level where we sort of have our waistband or belts. Press it gently with our fingers and we say the affirmation 6 times. Now we know why. We have 6 subplexuses for this energy center. I want to experience pure knowledge. 6 times. Very quietly. I want to experience the pure knowledge. Now let us place our hand always on the left side, just below the last rib. And now we say the affirmation for the mastery of the principle. And we say, I want to be my own master. We just saw how the void corresponds to the principle of mastery over oneself. So it's an affirmation towards that principle. I want to be my own master. And we say that 10 times. Very quietly. Now let us place our hand on the heart. And now we say the affirmation, not a question, but the affirmation. I am the pure spirit. Let's say that about 12 times. I am the pure spirit. Now let us place our hand at the angle of our neck and shoulder. Turn our head slightly to the right side. And we say the affirmation, I am not guilty. Say that a few times, maybe 16. We'll see why when we get to that energy center in a couple of weeks. It has 16 subplexuses. So we say, I am not guilty. Very confidently. Now let us place our hand across our forehead. Let's bend our head forward. And we say the affirmation, I forgive everyone, including myself. Say that 3 times. This is for the 6th energy center. I forgive everyone, including myself. Finally, let's place our hand on our crown. Center of our palm should be touching the crown. Press it gently and start moving our scalp, the skin on our head, in a clockwise fashion. And if we can place our attention at that spot on our crown, we say the final and the most important affirmation 7 times for the 7th energy center to help the inner energy breakthrough. I want to experience my self-realization. It's got to be a very strong desire. It works through the principle of desire. I want to experience my self-realization. Let's say that 7 times. Let's bring our hand down. Let's not open our eyes. So the affirmations are critical to help us get into a state of meditation. So now let us try to meditate with our attention on our crown. Let's not open our eyes. We'll play some soft music. We will see if the thought processes have completely stopped or at least slowed down. Keeping your attention on the crown, try not to engage with your thoughts if they come. And if they do start intruding, just say, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. And try to keep our attention on the crown. Let's sit like that for a few minutes. Let's slowly open our eyes. At this point, couple of things. See if we can experience, maybe some of us, a cool breeze blowing through the tips of our fingers. It's just something you have to try to verify for yourselves. The cool breeze basically indicates that the inner energy has been awakened and has established a connection through the seventh energy center. So that's how we can feel this energy around us. The other thing is to see if you can feel a cool breeze. Can we even be warm coming from the top of your head? Just raise your hand a couple of inches high if you want to see me, what I'm doing on the video. You can also try with your left hand. Again, it's like a geyser or a fountain. Could be warm, but essentially, ideally should be cool. It's that inner energy sort of flowing out. As we said, always Sahaj is a self-experienced, self-experiential, self-certification paradigm. So before we move again to the next part, which is another meditation session, slightly shorter one with uh, fewer affirmations, do you have any questions? Because it's very difficult to find when we are in this kind of a medium to see how everybody's feeling. Hopefully you are following us on the website. It has a lot of information, lot of material, lot of information also about the founder, if you're curious about the founder. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. We'll wait for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, we'll do the next part of the meditation session.
Doesn't look like we have any questions.
Good. So that's either a very good thing or maybe not. Let's hope it's a good thing. Let's do the next part of the meditation session. I'll repeat it again. So as you know, what we do with this time around is we do the 3 affirmations, the one for the heart, the one for the 6th energy center, and the one for the 7th energy center. So let's get started. We'll say those affirmations and then again we'll meditate quietly. So let's close our eyes. Still keep both our hands in our lap. palms facing upwards. Let's take a couple of breaths. This time it should be easier to meditate because we have just come out of a session. Just take a deep breath, hold it, let it go. Let's place our right hand on the heart. Now let's try to take our attention within ourselves. It should be a little easier. It's important to feel that silence within. And we say the affirmation, I am the pure spirit. But say it once and then feel that silence within you. Try to experience that silence is pure joy. That's the blessing of meditation. So the affirmations have to be said, but they are not the end all and be all of it. They are a means to an end. And the end is to feel that joy of one's being, the sense that we are the pure spirit. So let's try to feel it. I am the pure spirit. Now let us place our hand across our forehead, bend our head forward a bit. And in all sincerity and humility, we say, I forgive everyone, including myself. Let's say that 3 times. And let's place now our hand on the crown, center of our palm touching the crown. Start moving it in a clockwise fashion, gently rotating it. Attention on the crown, if we can. The most important affirmation with all our heart, very strong desire to say, I want to experience my self-realization. And keep moving the palm in a clockwise fashion as you say it. Once again, say it once and feel that silence within, and that silence again It's the manifestation of that self-realization. I want to experience my self-realization 7 times. So bring your hand down. Place both our hands in our lap, palms facing upwards. Let's place our attention on the crown. Continue to place it there. Let's continue to meditate. Once again, do not engage with your thoughts. Try to see if you can experience that state of thoughtless awareness, whereby you're not getting actively involved with thoughts. You can feel that peace within you. We'll again play some soft music and we'll continue to meditate. When we open our eyes, once again, let us see if we can feel any cool breeze. It could be even warm from the tips of our fingers. We can feel a cool breeze maybe also coming from the crown of our heads. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's session. You feel more relaxed, a little more restful. We also hope you are meditating very regularly, at least 10-15 minutes every day. And following on the website, everything that we have said today is available. Certainly the affirmations and how to meditate are available. Please make use of them. Regularity and continuity is a must in any meditation practice. And hopefully we will see you again next week, same time, same day. And please answer this poll. We look forward to your feedback. We are not meeting in person. This is a virtual session. It makes this feedback even more important. We look forward to your comments. We look forward to making this better for you. Please do finish the poll. It doesn't take more than maybe 30 seconds of your time. It helps us to formulate these sessions to serve your needs. Look forward to hearing from you. Please stay safe. Pandemic is still not over, although things are reopening. Best not to take risks with it. And sorry, as a doctor, I have to say that. So please forgive me. But do finish the poll, and we'll look forward to your responses. Thank you, and good evening. Bye for now.